All right, here we go. Party people, place to be. What up? I go by the name of Fokis. Welcome to the second official episode of the Hip Hop and VR show. I'm your host, Fokis, aka Fokis. And this is the Hip Hop and VR show. And for those that don't know, Hip Hop and VR is a website that is focused on representing the elements of hip hop in VR while introducing VR and immersive technology to the culture of hip hop. We'll be launching the official website. We have a website now. It's just a landing page with some posts, of course. We encourage everybody to join the email list as we will be launching in about 30 days. Yeah, woohoo! About 30 days we'll be launching, and we have some pretty cool things set up around that launch. But anyway, so I was checking the Twitter today. You know, Twitter, I used to not really use Twitter that much. Then I kind of got into this VR space, and then I realized that that's where all the techies and everybody's congregating. So naturally, my Twitter is back active again. So you can follow me as well at Fokeezy, F-O-K-E-Z-Y. But I was watching some posts, and I saw Snoop D-O-double-G, put out a new video that was filmed in the metaverse, in Sandbox in particular. The song is called House I Built, and it's a pretty cool video. You should check it out. But I know somebody else that did a video that's kind of fly. That was also actually shot right here in Somnium Space and in Germany. You should check it out. It's called Stand on Your Own too. But yes, in the article I read, they talked about how Snoop Dogg is definitely one of the more active stars, hip hop artists, figures that has been pushing and promoting the Web 3.0 space, cryptocurrency, and you name it. So that's cool because that's bringing awareness to it. So shout out to Snoop D-O-double-G for that. All right, then what else did I see, man? Then Adidas is promoting its latest Osworld shoe collection with AI-generated digital avatars for the metaverse. So they teamed up with Ready Player Me, and they're doing something that's pretty cool. They have it set up so where you can go, they will ask you questions, and based on your answers that you give, is going to dictate and determine how your avatar looks, how it walks, its style. So that's pretty cool. I'm not mad at that. So today we have a pretty cool show. All right, we have, come right up on the stage, we have two world builders that I met. I met them actually in alt space, funny enough, but I've navigated through Horizon a little bit. I met LeoTheArchitect. I met DunderBuildz. And these guys have been in there.
What just happened?
Building like crazy. Can you guys hear me? All right. Word, cool. So we're here, man. So thank you guys. A couple little technical difficulties here, but we got it going. So listen, man, first and foremost, thank you guys for taking the time out to be here. That's one. And second, man, could you just one by one let the people know who you guys are and what do you guys do?
Well, I'll start with you, Leo.
Sure. So yeah, a little bit about us, or myself, I should say. Background in architecture. That's LeoTheArchitect. That's the name. And I've been working in Horizon Worlds now since around December, right around the time I met Dunder as well. And we've been building in there for these past few months. I mean, there's a lot to my background, but I think, I'm pretty sure people here want to know a little bit more about Horizon Worlds and kind of what's going on in there. But yeah, it's just been an interesting experience. We've been doing a lot of builds, everything from homes. We've done parts of cities. We did Times Square. We recently launched that, and so that was a fun project. And we've been working on a few other things as well. So yeah, it's a little bit about myself, kind of where I'm at right now.
Nice, nice. And what about you, Dunder?
Yeah, so my background is pretty much in graphic design. I've been a freelancer most of my life. I came in here kind of just looking for a new tool for art. Once I started to learn the tools, I started building, and it kind of just started going crazy after that. I have a lot of worlds now on Horizon, probably close to 20. Just trying to give people different experiences, and just kind of show people what it's like to be in a 3D environment that's more realistic.
Nice. And do you guys, any of you guys come from a background of, I mean, I know you do the graphics, but as far as like scripting and programming and stuff like that?
I personally don't. I've done some scripting like back in the day when I did building websites. Um, but Horizon Worlds is kind of its own language. You know what I mean? So I guess you could have some background that would help you, but I don't have enough background for it to help me. So I strictly stick to building. I usually bring on scripters if I have projects with clients and I need, you know, scripters. I want them to eat too if I'm going to eat, So yeah, so I usually bring a scripter on.
Nice. And have you guys, from when you guys joined, I mean, what has the growth been like? Have you seen like a tremendous amount of growth, or has it just been pretty steady?
What do you think, Leo?
Yeah, I mean, since I joined on, which was around December, apparently that was a period where there was a large amount of people coming in. It seems like the holidays, people went out and bought an Oculus. They were messing around with different apps, and so that's kind of how I ended up in Horizon Worlds. It was kind of an accident. I bought the headset for my wife, for her to just kind of get in VR environments, and stumbled upon Horizon events or venues. I'm sorry, Horizon venues, and eventually that led me to Horizon Worlds. Um, and pretty much since then, I do see people coming in, but I have a feeling we're going to go in waves. Is the best way I could say it.
That sounds about right. What would you say is the strength of Horizons Worlds in the time frame that you guys have been in there? And what would you
Mm.
say are one of the strengths, and what do you think are some of the weaknesses?
I mean, strengths overall. I mean, I've been checking out a lot of the different VR spaces and the different metaverses that are currently available. And I mean, I got to hand it down to Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, that Horizon has a whole sense of like we don't have the greatest looking worlds. People do build some amazing ones, so I can't say that either. But we don't have the greatest tools, I guess. We have great avatars, but the tools that we are given, people are building some amazing things that look realistic, almost worlds that look just as good as these worlds here in Somnium. So I think a plus for Facebook is one, or Meta is their community. There's over 2.9 billion users. It's going to grow in the Oculus users as well, and and they just kind of seem to have a grasp on everything right now in that realm, which obviously is why they changed their name to Meta. So other than that, I mean, their only downfall I see being is just controlling community, handling bullying and other issues that happen within metaverses and in real world. So
One thing that I noticed there was like it's pretty difficult to get your music streaming or any live music inside of Horizon. Have you, aside from loading up MP 30-second clips of MP3s, have you found any other way to get live music in?
I mean, people are doing the whole desktop avatar thing where they can just feed in live music straight through their other account, which is on a desktop. I've seen that done. But a lot of people have gotten smart with scripting, and I mean, they're now scripting full songs. So they do, however they record it in, they're getting a whole 3.5 minute song in there. And I mean, I've heard literally the whole tracks in some places. So they're doing it, and that's what's cool. It's kind of like they're making us find a way. We have to work to figure it out.
Right, right. Yeah, but I mean, as far as like live, right? Let's say like, so I think with the desktop, if I'm not mistaken, that's like it's like a mono signal, I think.
I don't know. It sounds pretty good. I mean, the people that do live shows and live DJing, they literally do it live. They have voice apps and stuff, and they play music straight. They take requests. I mean, it's working over
Oh
there. I mean,
wow,
it really is.
that's
Yeah.
I recently met a musician that actually plays guitar, and he was having the same issue. This guy's funny. This guy's 71 years old, I think, and
where'd
he
you
came in
go?
trying to.
Nice.
I don't even see you, Leo.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah, you must have disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared off the stage for a moment, and then
Oh, my bad.
the ghost of the
I think.
architect.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
can
I
hear
was
you.
just,
Uh,
I was just saying there was this older guy trying to figure the same issue out, and I know a lot of the musicians there are working on the workarounds, like Dunder just said. But it sounds like the second headset connected to your desktop works pretty well for music. But that's just one of those things that's like, I think each one of these metaverses, quote unquote, are going to have their ups and downsides. I think the really the competitive advantage or the big advantage that Facebook has is that community that Dunder said, right? Or the existing user base. Even though from my understanding it's going down a lot. So I think it is a bit of a stretch to imagine that over 2 billion people will be, on an Oculus and like building worlds and stuff like that. But even just today, apparently it was like a fluke. We don't know what happened, but they opened up Horizon Worlds internationally for like a couple of hours. And you started seeing people from all over the place being like, "Oh, Germany here, Italy here, blah blah blah." And we were like, I was like, "Oh shit, I don't know if we're prepared for this. Like, we haven't figured
Yeah,
this shit out ourselves."
I was a little worried myself when I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, it's like,
And
and so it's gonna be insane. And I think that for a musician like yourself, hip hop, like it's gonna be I think we don't even understand yet how we'll sell music or to whom we'll sell music to in the future. You know what I mean? Because it's probably going to be tied into experience and stuff that we just, frankly, we never had those avenues to sell our product.
yeah, no, it's it's
I don't
uh
know if
it's
my
pretty
volume got
crazy,
fucked up
man.
here.
It's pretty crazy and it's exciting at the same time.
Sorry for cursing.
Question: what is the capacity of amount of people that you can get in the room there?
um,
That's a sore subject, bro.
yeah, the highest now is 32.
Okay,
But
that's not terrible.
but yeah, but
It's
after
without
you
a
build
building.
your world, yeah, that's without building anything in your world.
Oh, okay, it's just the empty space.
Yeah, you could hold up to 32 in an empty space.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I checked out some of the stuff. Who built that bus? I saw there was like a bus, Rolling Loud bus. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Man, that
Rolling
that
Loud Studio
yo,
bus.
that thing looks incredible.
Thank you, thank you.
That thing looked incredible. And you're not importing anything there. You're literally making everything in game, correct?
Yeah, everything's made in game. You can't import anything. We've tried. We've tried with music, with video.
No Unity, nothing, just straight build it
No,
from
this is
scratch.
you build with your hands. Yeah, they give you it's either 12 or 16 shapes, just average shapes, and you get that and gizmos and the ability to script.
So if you had to make a guess, who do you think is going to be the forefront? Because I know you've checked out Alt Space, you've checked out Somnium, you checked out a couple other ones. Who do you think will be the forefront of all of this, or do you think it'll just be spread out?
Um, it's hard to say because I don't know what these other companies are doing. Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft, yeah, but like Apple and the whole. I mean, there's a what is there? Omniverse.
There's over
But
180 active metaverses right now.
to
It's a
me, a
bunch.
metaverse is only really like you can't really understand the feeling of it until you're in a virtual reality headset, though.
Yeah.
So I feel like Horizons has that. They've captured it 100%.
It's still early though, because like I know Decentraland just partnered up with some major like 3D software or whatever company, and they're gonna also be accessible by headset. I think most of the companies are probably gonna move in that direction anyway.
Yeah, it's
It
gonna
just
take
seems
some
like
time.
Facebook has the lead though, because they got obviously they have like a MVP out right now, and it works fairly well, and they're injecting 10 billion a year, and so suddenly, although I think there's a wild card, which is the crypto market and how that might build a platforms like Decentraland and Sandbox and stuff like that. But Facebook's just got massive amounts of capital that they're using on this project, so it's
Yeah.
it's pretty it would
I
be
mean,
hard to catch up.
yeah, it's hard to answer that because you have decentralized and you have centralized.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I think
there's gonna be a lot of galaxies out there, or
yeah,
metaverses as we
it's
call them.
early. it's early, and I personally think that it's going to be Facebook has definitely has a stronghold because they have the numbers already. With
Yeah.
what Mark Zuckerberg has done is he's actually helped all the platforms by bringing awareness to the metaverse and to VR because the Oculus made it really easy, right? Having an Oculus Quest is like a super easy entry point.
Yeah,
Um,
they didn't have to put Microsoft's alt space on Oculus headset. They
right, right. I mean, there's they're pretty smart what they did and how they built their business out. So I think it's great, and it's so cool, like meeting people, and even like meeting you guys. And if anybody wanted to get some hire you guys commission work, how can they reach you? How can they go about doing?
well, for me, it's I'm always on Instagram or Oculus, but it's Instagram DunderBuildz or Dunder Splifflin.
And what about yourself, Leo? Are you doing any commission, taking any commission work?
Yeah, I am. I mean, right these days, it's kind of trying to focus on. I want to make sure I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm building another consultancy or another agency. I've come from like design background agencies, and
Yeah.
so it's difficult to scale those companies. And so I want to be more cognizant of the fact that we have the NFT market coming around the corner. I mean, already here.
Yeah.
And we're going to have different ways of selling products, including homes and things like that. So suddenly, like Dunder and I have an opportunity, just like you do,
Yep.
to sell our content. And I think what I'd like to do is have a nice balance of both, right? Product and some like consultancy projects that I really kind of want to work on, where I feel like it can add the most value. And so yeah, if you're ever interested in working on projects, you have something really cool that you're interested in working on, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram as well. You can find me as LeoTheArchitect, also in Horizon Worlds as LeoTheArchitect. At some point, I might change that, but for now, I guess I'll go with it.
Well, listen, I want to thank you guys. This is only my second episode, but the goal and the objective here is um, we want to continue to bring awareness to the space and also highlight the people that are doing great things and make sure that we share that because it's important that people understand what is possible in this space. And again, some of the stuff that you guys have been doing, like the Times Square, and it's really incredible. And I did have a question. So, how long did something like that take? The Times Square, like how long does something like that take to complete?
Well, that's a tough one to say about because that was like a team of seven. I mean,
Wow,
Mhm.
but an average build, I mean, you're looking at a week to 3 weeks, sometimes a month.
damn,
Depends on how detailed you want to get. But I mean, I've put stuff out in 2 hours though. So
wow,
yeah,
Exactly.
that's awesome,
yeah.
man.
So it all depends on the world.
That's sweet, man. Well, listen, man. I thank you guys again for the time, taking the time out. I'll have a nice edited, chopped up version ready by tomorrow as well, so that people can see it, and I'll make sure that you guys are all tagged and everything. And hoping that we all make lots of money in this new space, but more importantly, have fun, right? That's one of the things that's important, man. Is make sure we're having fun and trailblazing and making a couple of dollars along the way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Word up.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us, man.
Yo,
This is a really awesome opportunity. I'm really excited to be here, and hopefully, we'll see where we're at in a few months, right? Hopefully, this thing will be packed.
absolutely, absolutely. That's the name of the
Heck
game.
yeah.
I'm gonna dance to that. Right now, I'm gonna have my man Lightskin come up to the stage, bless us with some fantastic poetry. Yeah, so guys, you heard it, man. Horizon Worlds. There are people in there doing some crazy stuff, man. I was even there and I saw they had a recording studio and they had bunch of people in the booth. You put the headphones on and you can rap. It was shockingly, it sounded good. There's my man Lightskin. All right, good brother. So I mean, I know you, but where'd you go? There you go. He's moonwalking backwards. So listen, I know who you are, but the hundreds of viewers watching right now, this is a packed event. They don't. So why don't you introduce yourself? Let the good folks know where you're from and a little bit about your background.
So, Pace. First and foremost, thank you very much for the opportunity. I think this is a tremendous new pathway into a different world. So I go by the
Oh yeah,
name
brother.
Lightskin. Liteskin stands for living into every situation known in nature. I am a spoken word hip hop artist, also known as the wordsmith with a purpose. So everything that I do, every verse, everything that I drop is always to empower, always to enlighten, and as well as spit some knowledge. So, a situation like this, and to the other guests, by all means, thank you for the information. I'm brand new to this, but just to hear you guys speak about it and see how passionate, excited you are about this is a whole different world for me. So thank you for the information, brothers.
Wait till you put on wait till you put on a headset.
I got my glasses on now, so I'm good. So yeah, y'all. So I mean, for the most part, I am by way of Lower East Side, New York City, LES. Do a lot of wordplay, do a lot of spitting, and doing a lot of double entendres, all types of flipping of words and verbiage and just getting it in.
So look, how about this, man? How about instead of you telling us what you do, why don't you give us a little demo, man? The floor is yours, my brother. Bless us with some
Okay.
greatness. Bless us with some greatness. Let's go.
All right, cool. So we're gonna start off, man, a little mental trip. This is one of favorites for many. This is called All in One Body, and it really is. As we are in a different world, this will take you in a whole different world itself. I am the one dominant son of a god and a goddess who have fallen victim to mishaps. The eternal burning flame, and my antonyms are nonsense and riffraff. Speak powerfully. Strength is my only matrix. While all your so-called messiahs get brain twisted at the basics. Caress hearts and spoken tongues. Thoughts cause earthquakes and typhoons. Words illuminate your every darkness. I'm the one who lit your full moons. My intellect outshines all of your gold and precious treasures. And the only reason your summers are so hot is because of my body temperature. I am a human magnet for all truth and intelligence. I made love to Mother Nature, and we created 4 elements: earth, fire, water, wind. Satan came to me as a female serpent. We gave birth to sin. I am the measuring stick for all of your holy men. God and I made up commandments, but he got tired after 10. I wrote the Constitution at a time of writer's block. Time is a no man's essence, so I created the first clock. I took the Statue of Liberty to the prom. That's why her hand is raised. There was a best couple competition, and we won first place. I planted the first seed that had hippies hugging trees. My creators trained me with encyclopedias to teach me how to read. The planets, they were nothing more than marbles I used to play with as a baby. And to make life more challenging, I constructed a reservation called Hades. It was a steam room where I used to relax. Now it's a residence for all those who commit evil acts. I blueprinted the Underground Railroad and freed many slaves. Had a cipher with Confucius and Einstein and left their minds in a daze. I spoke for days and gave a speech. I have a dream. I taught Betsy Ross how to stitch the first flag scene. I died and came back as Malcolm X and Tupac. But you didn't understand my knowledge. That's why I got shot. When I started the rumor about apocalypse, everyone thought I was bugging. But when I spoke on Revelations, I really wasn't bluffing. At one time, I was Medusa's barber. I gave her a fade, then took her hair to the United Snakes Parade. I taught Mozart the tricks to the trade and turned him classical. I gave the talent of art to Van Gogh and Picasso. Is it possible? Just ask Michelangelo. He overheard me speaking about women to Romeo and Othello. I had a meal with the 12 disciples, but it was just breakfast. That same night, Judas was wearing a rope for a necklace. Oh, in the Grand Canyon, that's just my burial ground. And they'll cover it with golden sands when I decide to lay down. So you may be wondering, where has he been? Right now, I live in the body that's known as Liteskin. Liteskin 1, 2, 3.
Yo, that was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. There you go. Go ahead. Yo, he disappeared.
Yeah, that was dope, man. Shit, he's gone.
Yo, you was feeling yourself too much, and they said poof. Oh, there you go. He's back. Yo,
There he is. There he is.
that was amazing. Can we get one more? Can we get one more?
Yeah, definitely so. You know what? We're gonna go with a verse on this one. We're gonna
We're gonna
acapella
switch it up.
verse
Let's
out.
switch it up.
Yeah,
Go
a
ahead.
little bit. It's getting to the point I'm starting to question our strength when our marches are jokes and only momentarily tense. Taking a stance at glance with nothing but short legs. Boycott companies, then show up to their events. Hence, the reason we're seen as entertainment. Traded in chain for brain and mental enslavement. Plantation fields turned into pavement. Black and brown united, now that's a statement. Power to the people seems like we done caved in. Jedi mind had ours, nailing the fake patents. Untrue religions got us paying when praying. talking trust on dollars. Can that be Satan? Patience got us more graves and arraignments. Targets on our backs are boosting their news ratings. Shells casings. They want us dead and unprotected. Red pill flow want to be disconnected. Liteskin 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, buddy. Yo, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you taking the time out. Let me see, do we got my applause here? Can y'all hear the applause? Wait a minute. Can y'all hear the applause? Here we go. Listen, man, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I had a fantastic time. Consistency is the key. We're going to keep this thing going. Before you know it, we're going to have about 154,000 people in here.